So a big question I've been asking people and myself lately is, what are you committed to? And it's a important question because if we are not aware of what we're committed to, what we're really doing, what we're really focused and intent on, we can end up spinning our wheels and just going on autopilot. And it's pretty easy to do that. So, one example I often use is if somebody is committed to building a house, let's say, and that's their commitment, and you, like, let's say I'm a health coach, right? So I go to them and I see that they're chronically dehydrated. So I tell them, you need to drink water, right? But that's from my commitment to their health. They may not be committed to their health. They may be committed to building a house. So if I'm going to sit there and tell them to drink water from my commitment, that's me superimposing my commitment on their commitment, trying to get it to become their commitment, which it isn't. So if I wasn't clear that this person is trying to build a house, I would just keep on offering them water in my commitment, and it would get me nowhere because I'm not really speaking their language. So commitment is an extremely important part of life, and it's an extremely important part of any sort of communication. So, in that example, if somebody's committed to building a house, you can see that they are building the house every day. They're going to the house, they're renovating it, they're doing all sorts of things to the house to build it. Maybe renovation is not the right word, but they just keep improving upon it, right? One way to get them, to support them is to speak their language and really acknowledge first of all, their commitment to building the house, noticing things about the house that are working, that are going well, and then trying to figure out a way to support them in the building of the house by merging commitment. So if I'm committed to them drinking water, how is them drinking water going to benefit them building the house, right? So it could be something like, hey, I really acknowledge you for building this house. I see it's an amazing house. Well, I want to support you in building this house, and the way I want to support you is by offering that if you do drink water and you stay hydrated during your building process, you're going to build this house faster. You're going to build it more efficiently. You're going to make fewer mistakes because your brain will be functioning better. So it's really in the house's best interest, in your best interest in building this house that you're committed to drink more water. You see, now I'm speaking the person's language. Now they can really get why drinking water would benefit their commitment. But if I just go to them and say, you need to drink water, I'm a health coach, you need to drink water, and they're not committed to their health, they're not committed to that, they're not going to see why they need to drink the water, and it's just going to be me superimposing my commitment onto them, which never really works. So I just want you to look at your own life and the interactions you have with others and ask yourself, do you look at what people are committed to? Do you ask them? It's not obvious sometimes. Sometimes you may think a person is committed to one thing, but they could be committed to something completely different. You have no idea unless you ask them. And if you try, have you tried to superimpose your commitments on others? You should do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, without really regarding what they're committed to. Have you noticed that doesn't work? And so I just offer that when you do speak to somebody, that you really look for what they are committed to first and foremost. And if it's not clear, don't assume, right? Unless they say what they're committed to. Ask them. And once they tell you, then look to see how you can support their commitment. I really truly believe that is what life is about in many ways. is supporting other people's commitments, especially if they're in line with your own commitments, or at least figuring out how to support their commitments through the things that you're committed to as well. So that's kind of just what I was thinking about recently, and I wanted to share that. So as usual, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and I really appreciate you watching. And yeah, just leave a comment below if you found yourself ever superimposing your own commitments on others, and let me know if you're going to take on this challenge of really looking for what people are committed to and asking them, and seeing where the conversation goes from there, and supporting those people in their commitments through what you're also committed to. All right? So that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.